Welcome back to Ideas to Inspire Ideas, where I justify my OCD and ADD to produce content ASAP. And if you're watching this on the internet, which I'm sure you are because there's no other way to watch it, I'm suggesting a TV series that hits a bit close to home for both you and me. Maybe it's all true, or maybe I'm just being critical. This series was filmed in front of a live studio audience. Donald Donnie Johnson is an aspiring film critic and internet personality. His girlfriend enjoys the kinds of movies he hates. His best friend always encourages him to take the lazy way out. He's the last loyal customer of the only remaining video rental store in town, and every chance at success is ruined by his own decisions. Despite all that, Donnie strives to be more positive about life and the challenges he faces, even when everyone wants him to be angry all the time. This will be an adult cartoon that looks at the problems of working within the modern standards of professional critique and journalism, internet fame, and dealing with personal criticism, as well as deeper themes of fighting against change, fear of success, self-sabotage, and the prospect of never fulfilling your dreams. This is a spiritual successor to The Critic, with inspiration from BoJack Horseman, Rick and Morty, and the Venture Brothers. Inspiration is also drawn from a number of internet celebrities I follow and watch regularly, particularly Movie Bob, Jim Sterling, and the mysterious Mr. Enter. Now, if you know any of those people and you already hate them, stay with me because your hatred of them is just as invalid to this idea as my fandom of them. So please don't hate me for saying their names. It's just an example. I snuck in a bit about the last loyal customer of video rental store. That's something that actually happened to me. There was a shop in my hometown that had a big sign that said, "We're here to stay," for about 2 years, and then it shut down. But the concept of that is saying that Donnie is still living in the past. He doesn't want to move forward. Because this show is all about pushing forward, but not wanting to go forward. That internal struggle between change and familiarity. Of the cartoons that I gave as examples, the main characters are an upper-class film critic, two genius scientists, and a formerly famous Hollywood celebrity. They're all miserable about their lot in life, but they are incredibly lucky, both in intelligence and talent. They just want more and can't get it, because they're horrible human beings, or horse beings. What I'm suggesting is the opposite of that setup. The average Joe who has a miserable life, but still tries to look at the good side. Back in the 90s when The Critic was first made, film critics were on TV. You had to work to get to that point. Nowadays, thanks to the internet, everyone's a critic. Literally. All you need is a YouTube channel or a blog. So my main character, Don John, which is a rip on John Tron, he's only just starting to gain popularity from his YouTube channel. He's taking those first few steps into the celebrity culture, and we're following him. I did have an idea for a scene in the pilot episode where he's at a convention and it's the first time he meets a fan. They run up, "Oh, I love your show, yeah, yeah, yeah." And it cuts to his head, "Oh no, a fan. I've never seen a fan before. Okay, keep calm, just play cool. Can I get your autograph?" And runs off, because he's never dealt with it before. When I was first getting into YouTube and internet culture, there was a comedy group called Loading Ready Run that I really liked. And one of their ongoing series was called Commodore Hustle. It was essentially a sitcom version of themselves, making their online videos and having wacky shenanigans. I'm thinking a series that's like that, but a bit more social commentary about being on the internet. If you've ever done research on internet culture, the scale is Logan Paul at one end and Ghislaine Raza at the other. I'm refusing to use that name out of respect and out of penance. Yeah, being famous on the internet can give you a closeness to your audience, but it also opens you up to those risks. There's not a lot of shows delving into that side and then looking at the bright side of it, finding the good inside the bad. And if you want, just like the Critic did, you can have internet celebrities appear as characters in the show, or the equivalent of those people. If you're lucky, you can even get guest stars, but that'll be up to you and your connections. I'm throwing this idea away not because I don't like the idea of Internet Celebrity the series, it's because this idea was a comedic adult cartoon, and the default setting for adult cartoons is comedy, like Family Guy. And I don't want to add to that. And that's not to discourage anyone else. If you want to follow that trend and you can still stand out in that crowd, that is amazing. That is a great testament to your talent. I am so talentless that my concepts have to be that far above original to stand out. And that mentality is why I even thought about making a series about fighting change and fear of success and self-sabotage. Thanks for watching. This is my verbal declaration that I will not sue anyone for using the previous outline to create their own work, regardless of how much fame or money you might get from it. I'm definitely not the kind of artist who thinks I can own a concept. However, I would like to see what comes out of this video just for comparison and curiosity. If you do make something or find an existing piece that's similar, please let me know through Twitter or Facebook or email, and I'll happily check it out. And if you want to see the ideas I am working on for myself, please visit my Patreon page for samples and previews, no payment required. Happy creating, Bard Riley out. It's just an example. A game example. No. A film example. Jesus Christ.